If you're feeling lost, unproductive, lacking confidence, or you just feel unhappy, may I suggest checking out the new podcast, Finding Happy with Happy Dad. I talk to some friends, oddballs, creatives who found their way to happiness, and I try to share some tips and life hacks I've gained. I try to give some structure to the unstructured. Check it out now and hope you can follow on Spotify.
Why did it take so long? I'm tired of talking.
Welcome to the Wake Up with the Saab podcast.
What's the use in
Okay. Galing na na.
Ano?
Para siyang happy birthday sa...
It's currently Monday, 1 in the morning.
So what's up? How was your week?
It was good.
Sounds good.
Well, I guess, we've been talking nga, diba, na parang it's been kind of hard to do a pod.
Mm-hmm. Knowing that there's a lot of shit happening in the world.
Yeah, and kanina when we were going home, we talked about it nga na, man, like, why does it feel like we're back in day one?
Yeah.
Day one of the quarantine. It feels like we have no idea na naman of what the hell's going on. We don't know uh why is the COVID worsening?
Yeah.
Plus the government is finding new and more creative ways to make us feel unsafe
Mm-hmm.
and not valued.
Yeah. Our hearts go out to the workers of ABS-CBN.
11,000 employees.
And it's not just the 11,000 actual employees, but think about it, like, whenever there's a shoot, there's a caterer, there's there are makeup artists who are not contractually
They're not regular
yeah,
employees.
they're not regular
basically.
employees,
Yeah.
but all of these people and their families are affected, and it just seems just so parang, is this real life? It's just really so strange. Kasi, I mean, from what I've read, it looks like there really was no legal reason for them not to get their franchise renewed. So it's just really it's all just so shitty.
Yeah. And when we were talking about it, so another thing, I guess this past week we've been going out. This is the most we've been going out since the quarantine started. You know, one of our best friends lost a parent, and we've been going to a wake. And yun nga, kanina, diba, like
It's really hard because even if we want to show our full support, we can't. Jim and I personally didn't join the mass kasi, I mean, they did follow social distancing protocol, but we're just not that comfortable being in a room with
with a
that
lot
many
of people.
people.
And ano nga kaya nga since I go back to day one, kasi I would say before this whole airborne thing, FYI, more and more studies are showing that, tama, diba? Like, that
It seems
ko-
like the coronavirus can be transmitted airborne.
yeah, and not necessarily, yung pinaka kinakatakutan ko naman before was, does this mean that if I am, let's say, nasa mega mall ako, someone is positive, coughs,
Mhm.
is it possible kahit malayo?
I don't think so. Alam mo, it's just wear a mask, wear these face shields, keep using alcohol. If you can, please just stay at home, of course. But if you're gonna go out, the masks really make such a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ano yung sinabi mo again about the peeing thing?
Oh yeah, I saw this cartoon. For people who still don't get it, you can explain it as so. So imagine there are two guys standing next to each other, and then if both of them aren't wearing pants and then one of them pees, it'll really go on the other person, right?
Uh-huh.
They're not protected. If one
Yes.
of them wears pants, either the peer or the PE,
Uh,
they're kind of protected. If
yeah.
both of them wear pants, they're not fully protected,
Mhm.
but it's just a lot less pee going
Yeah.
places. You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just think of people's saliva as pee. Why don't you?
Yeah. And yun, I guess a while ago, like it's so surreal to be part of ceremonies and things that we're so accustomed to, and now it's like completely different, like seeing people you know being isolated, everyone in masks, not
It was very
hearing each
it
other.
was very not hearing each other because of the face shields that we were wearing. It was very very difficult to stop ourselves from hugging our best friend, and it was very very grabby, heartbreaking. But then, you know, um, it's a silver lining that the the
The timing.
yeah, the timing was, it, it didn't happen during
Yeah, so we kept
ECQ.
thinking about nga nung
What about all the families, no?
the families that lost someone. We have pod kids who actually lost a parent, who lost a loved one during the height of the ECQ. And yun nga, diba? They don't, once they go into the hospital, if it's any respiratory related infection or case, they won't
Parang,
see them
yeah,
na.
it's so
So
heartbreaking. We're very sorry that that's happened to you.
so anyway, we just we thought about it, and we're back to day one, and it's not that
What?
parang kumbaga we realize na, and we just hope you guys know na we need you as much as I mean, I'm not saying you need us, but you say kasi na, oh, it's a good escape to hang out. And I hope all the pod kids and intelligent people who listen to this podcast know that for us also, this has been therapeutic. So, to moving on, tinanong mo ako how have I been?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized nga na lumabas yung pagka-obsessive personality ko in this quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
I think we mentioned it in the podcast na, di ba? So, parang at the start, it was, okay, boom, 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 linya-linya, diretso, work, 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 work. And then, because parang naubos, ay parang
There's nothing much to do.
because of the situation, yeah, I don't see the people anymore. I shifted naman to video editing,
Music
making
production.
music production, recording. That's why we did those cheats inside your home videos.
Yeah, check them out, cheatsmusic.com.
We were releasing those videos, and then podcasts naman. That's why I released
Happy Dad.
Finding Happy Dad, finding
Finding Happy with Happy Dad.
the solo pod, and now parang sabi ko kay Sab, I am so burnt out. Parang na-feel ko lang bigla.
Yeah.
And ikaw, hindi...
I'm just more chill. I'm just like, eating my PB and J sandwiches. I'm like, what are you doing, Jim? Come here, sit beside me.
Yeah.
Relax.
So what we've been up to lately, if you follow us on Instagram, we've been doing the nightly The Wire.
Yeah, we've been watching this HBO show that came out what year? Was it late 90s?
Late 90s.
So it's called The Wire. All of our favorites, they always reference The Wire and how it completely changed things.
For-
TV
for-
for TV,
For
television series.
yeah, and so kasi ako kasabay nun, I'm watching Sopranos, and so every writer required, like, kasi one of my favorite shows of all time is Mad Men.
Mm.
So Matthew Weiner
Ang The
is-
Wire.
No. Sopranos.
Yeah.
Same
okay.
guy in Mad Men. So, and if you watch nga The Wire and The Sopranos, most of the people you see in your shows, whether it's Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, or
Mhm.
you'll see someone from there.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, we've been
That's
doing
just what
that.
HBO does, huh? They just move their actors around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So anyway, I guess ano yung advice mo sa akin?
relax. No, because Jim can be very extreme. He is just, in fairness, I mean, what I call him is the anti procrastinator. You are the complete opposite of a procrastinator.
Mm.
Like, when we're just, while we're brainstorming, while no idea has been formed yet, he's just, sige, message mo na. Okay, game na. No, no. And then he'll be on me like, Sab, message mo na. Ano? Okay na? Nabook na?
Mm.
Na ano mo na whatever. Parang ako, bukas na nga eh. I'm spreading out my tasks, okay?
Well,
But to be fair, it's a good balance. I think that works for us. It it drives us nuts, both of us. Cause I'm your opposite. But
well,
but ako, if you weren't there, I would be doing nothing.
oy, hindi In fairness naman to you, um,
Thank you. You couldn't finish that sentence.
hindi, ang point ko is, may value talaga, lalo na during these times, na to have that level of zen.
Yeah. It makes me so happy when you tell me. Ito lately lang to ha, na he's just like, okay, I'm gonna just chill out and watch The Sopranos. Parang ako, yes, please, turn off your brain.
But, so, ikaw, ano ang advice mo? Kasi I've been giving a lot of advice on finding happy with Happy Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Ano yung advice mo naman? I'm asking for your advice
Oh,
kasi
okay.
I have,
Would you listen?
we live together, we sleep together, but we don't talk.
We sleep together? Is that something you should say on air?
Gabe, ano advice
My
mo sa-
advice to what specifically are you asking for?
Na I feel like and I'm sure kasi a lot of our listeners din kasi ang OC ng mga podcasts which I love. Super love.
They're very organized.
Super organized.
I hope you guys give yourselves like mental breaks.
Ne, I'm sure kasi especially now, for example, yun nga, my outlet has been obsessed about things.
Yeah, Jim, right now, kumukuyakoy ka.
Ate?
Ate, you're making kuyakoy.
Ate?
Like, can you just calm down?
So ano nga? Anong advice mo nga sa
Fucking stop.
motherfucker?
Motherfucker, just stop. No, just
Go
completely,
home.
completely right now, just stop. Stop. Stop what you're doing. And then right now, we're going to breathe together. Breathe in. 1,
Ay.
2, go. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mali yun ah.
Mali ba yun?
Mali yun.
Hindi ko
Kasi
alam. I just made that up.
based sa Calm app, it should be breathe in for 4 seconds, hold your
okay.
breath for 4 seconds,
Okay.
then breathe out for 8 seconds.
Okay. Sige, let's do that. Game 1, 2, 3, go.
Hinihingal ako eh.
Ako na lang.
Go.
But you're the one who needs it.
Go.
1, 2. Go do it. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you feel better? This has been Saab, and that's our calm for today.
Tang ina ni Panelo.
Okay.
So that's your advice. Meditate. Yeah.
Meditate.
I stopped
Focus on
meditating.
Focus on your breathing. Always go back to your breath. When you're feeling overwhelmed, just like focus on your breath because one, it helps you focus, duh. And then also just remember
That's not a duh. Huh?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I was 31 when I found out the value of breathing slowly and thinking about your breath.
you go back to your breath kasi in more ways than one. It helps you focus on the now, on the present. And Jim was just pointing to somewhere. Okay, anyway. Makes you focus.
Mm.
It makes you focus. And also, it reminds you of what's most important in life, which is that you are alive and that you are breathing and that you should be grateful and just stay present. Because if you're focusing on the future, you're never going to be content.
And ano
So many things can happen in the future.
we have no idea kasi how much time we spend thinking about and not being in the now.
Yeah.
So when you think about your breath, it's kind of simplifying your thoughts na ay ganito pala yung hinga ko. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
Yung baho pala ng breath ko. Parang ganon or something like that.
You know what helps me? When I first started meditating, parang let's say it's boring, right? You think it gets boring, right? What helped me was visualizing it, na putting color in my breath.
It's super yan. Doon ako natulungan.
Yeah. So think of it as gold or blue, whatever your color is. Parang think of it as blue. You're inhaling blue. Your lungs are full of blue.
Yeah, that's true.
And then
It
you
really did
exhale
help.
it. And then you're exhaling all the blue out of your lungs. Do you get it? So
Yeah.
when you visualize it, it's nice. Close your eyes and yeah. So just calm down. And then, like I said, you don't have to do everything right now. If you have an idea, write it down so your head is not full of shit.
Yeah.
Write it down and then you'll get through it. And then
I do
know,
have an episode on journaling on finding happy with Happy Dad.
I should
Yeah.
listen to that
Yeah, you haven't listened to any episode anyway.
because I will listen to it.
Wala pa siya napapakinggan na episode.
Anyway, so I was listening this morning.
Liar.
I did. You
Liar.
and Kyle. Yeah.
Liar.
Yes. No, I'm not lying.
Liar.
You want me to show it to you?
Liar.
I know for a fact it's not on Stitcher. It's on Spotify.
Liar.
I know. Trust is very important in relationships.
Now that we're talking about that, labo.
Speaking of relationships, we've got
We're going to the Mali bag
labo.
game.
So, okay, we have our letter sender.
Now that you're calm and you're thinking about the now. Also, we'd like to give a shout out to the
Yeah.
pod kids who have been helping us. If you follow us on Instagram, most of the artwork, almost all the artwork and videos are submitted by our pod kid, Kyle.
Kyle.
Sala.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks, Kyle.
Also, we have an intern, Tara.
Yes.
She is a aspiring podcaster and she's been doing a lot of stuff that we're gonna share soon.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's do
Okay.
it. It's Mali
So
bag.
this one is entitled Ang KJ Ko Ba? I've had a boyfriend for many years na, pero we always argue about his time for me and his cousins. I used to feel like he always wants to be with them, but not me, which I thought wasn't a good thing. So I worked it out for myself. I started to hang out with them. We'd go to their house, play, drink. Nothing wrong with them, really. But there are days na I really don't feel like being with them or do what they do. Minsan, I just want to be at home or hang out only with my boyfriend because I feel like we don't spend as much alone time. And I don't mean sex, ha. I just want us to spend time na lounging, talking, and basically spending quality time together. Kasi pag andun kami sa bahay ng cousins niya, we don't get to hang out as much na kaming dalawa lang. Hirap i-explain, pero just for you guys to kind of get how things go, this is the most recent argument that we had. One Monday, I told him na magkita kami that week. It had been a couple weeks since we last saw each other. So, gets mo, nung Monday, pinag-usapan nila na magkikita sila. Okay? Are you with me?
Yes.
You were staring out. You were staring out the window.
No.
Are you focusing on your breathing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, kailan niya sinabi na magkita sila?
Monday.
And then Thursday, I told him, sunduin na lang kita bukas from work because I had nothing to do naman.
Okay.
Friday came and he asked me kung magkita kami kasi susunduin daw siya ng pinsan niya. Sabi ko naman, susunduin ko sana siya. Pero sige, next time na lang. It was one of those days na I didn't feel like spending time with them. Pero he said, sasabihin daw niya sa kanila na magkikita kami. Unahin daw niya ako. Gets mo?
Mm.
Then I said, wag na lang muna kasi pag magkita kami, magmamadali lang siya. He has history kasi na nagmamadali pag magkasama kami because may other lakad pa siya after. And I feel like I don't get the quality time that I want as a girlfriend. So I stay away from those circumstances. Parang bitin lang, ganon. But he insisted and said, di na daw siya papasundo sa kanila. So I said, okay. Then, after a few minutes, he kept saying, ang kulit ng cousins niya and sama na lang daw ako sa kanya. I had to work the next day. Sama daw ako kasi malapit lang doon yung work ko the next day. But I really didn't feel like going. Then he said, decide na daw ako kasi papunta na daw sila. I started getting inis na. I just said, next time na lang ako sasama. Tapos I asked kung sasama ba siya. He said, sinabi ko kasi sasama tayo. And the argument continued and explained ko yung mga naunang sinabi niya and that his words and decisions are contradicting. And he kept saying na akala niya kasi sasama ako. Etc. etc. Nakakainis lang kasi pag magsasabay na magkikita kami and sila, parang ako lagi yung reason niya bakit di sila magkikita. Sinasabi niya sa kanila na mag-aaway kami. It's looking like I'm the KJ girlfriend. As a boyfriend, he's okay naman overall. Ito lang talaga issue ko for a long time. Why do I feel like I always have to be the one to compromise pagdating sa issue na to? Ang selfish ko ba or ang KJ ko talaga? Please help me.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Ikaw muna.
Ah, I don't know.
Well, you've experienced this.
I experienced that in college.
Yeah. Oh.
Ayun, hindi kami nagkatuluyan. Ayun, break kami.
Yeah, okay. I will speak
Iba naman yun though. Kasi yung sa akin, medyo nag-iiba siya kapag nandun yung friends niya. Which is a turn off for me.
ako ba ganun ako? You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know if you were like that in college.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kasi I'd like to speak on from the perspective of
The
the
guy?
guy. Of course. Because I had a history of all my girlfriends, all my ex-girlfriends.
Trying to ditch them.
Yeah, parang so and it wasn't even parang may sakit ako pero I end up in poblasyon. Alam mo yun? Or
You were like that?
no, yun nga yung sinasabi ko,
Okay.
hindi ako ganun.
You weren't lying
I
naman.
wasn't lying para I could para gumimik or
Mm.
you know. But I just really wanted to spend time with my boys. I just wanted to play video games. Have beers.
You were young.
Yeah, and I thought that it would be a forever thing, you know. But looking back, I just realized na and to letter sender, what ano name niya, KJ?
Let's call her KJ. That's so mean.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. To the letter sender.
Let's say Anna.
What do we call badal malibag? Dapat may
MS. Malibag Center.
pangit.
Melly.
Anyway.
Malibag.
Anyway.
Ma-
I just want to say na kaya whenever I tell sila, our best friends like Manny, when they're dating someone, we always say nga na it's pretty parang we simplify it, and I think to a fault. We say na if you don't want to hang out with your girlfriend, then you may not, like her very much.
That's
But
not always true.
That's why I don't want to oversimplify it nga in this case. But I just want to say na ano ba, from the perspective of college boy who didn't want to hang out with his girlfriends during that time, I was so sensitive. As in once mapintas
Mm.
na parang
Ate, what's pintas?
once mapintas na
I don't know if you know what this word means, Jem.
ano,
Pintas.
call out.
Okay, that's
Oh.
good. That's good.
Once
Mapintas. Nakakainis.
once mapintas.
Kung ako sa'yo napipensasan ako.
I would freak out. Like parang fuck this, fuck.
You get so defensive.
Parang fuck this relationship. Sinasakal ako kahit once a month lang ako kinulit. Alam mo yun? And obviously I was I don't know if I was parang finding reasons not to be with her. And again, to letter sender, I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm just saying na maybe maybe it's as simple as you said you want a lounge. Maybe it's changing up the setup on that lounge thing. Alam mo yun, baka kasi your definition of lounging is, which is not bad ha. This is, again, I'd like to clarify, this is not bad. Pero my girlfriends before, like, can we stay at my place? And ako parang, but your place is set up na everyone is walking around, like your mom and your dad is like everywhere. So parang,
I
again,
love hearing about the fact that you'd like to be in a room alone with your ex-girlfriends. Jem, this is super fun. This is super fun to listen to.
that is not the point. Yung point ko,
Pervert. joke lang. Joke lang. I'm kidding.
that's not the
I'm
point.
kidding.
Ang point ko is the setup wasn't conducive to
Momol. I'm kidding.
no.
To like actually bonding.
Hindi, parang I guess I just really didn't like kasi this one girlfriend I just really didn't like the family. So I not looking back ngayon ko lang na gets na parang kaya pala. So if it was pupunta siya sa house ko, okay lang ako. It wasn't like, oh man, she's taking away time from my friends. It wasn't that big of a deal. Pero whenever it was like, go to my house, yung isa naman, like, super layo talaga ng bahay.
Well, you were young and
Yun
a
nga eh,
jerk.
that's the thing eh. That's the thing. And but, again,
For me, ako naman, sige, go.
ang
Ikaw
ending
muna.
ko lang,
Okay,
para
go.
naman kasi everyone must hate me right now.
No, of course not.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is that when I met Saab, she was like my ultimate.
You know, to be fair, to be fair to your ex-girlfriends, it was also timing. I was fucking crazy in college.
It was timing and also, obviously,
I can say it, but no one else can say it.
obviously it wasn't a match. Pero when I met Sab, it was like better than all my best friends combined.
Aw.
No, hindi. Talaga ganun eh. Parang,
Okay, everyone loves you now again.
parang I just felt, oh man, parang,
Sarap.
hindi,
I'm kidding. I don't know.
hindi ko iniisip like, oh man, anong ginagawa ng
Friends mo.
friends ko or whatever. Parang, I was just having so much fun with you. So whether it was, you know, in a place conducive to momol
Mm.
or not,
Mm.
or even if just, like, ito, for example, you saying, Jim, samahan mo ako, pupunta ako sa something ng nephew ko. I'd be, yeah, Jim. Parang, I just remember, grabe, I was such a horrible boyfriend talaga. And anytime any of my girlfriends asked me to go to anything, my immediate reaction would be, tangina.
Not to them.
Not to them, of course.
Jim, can we go to Tang Ina?
Ne, another thing, just to, I had a girlfriend. Baka naman this guy, back to the letter sender. Baka naman, my story was, I had a girlfriend who didn't allow me to smoke cigarettes.
Mhm.
And, ewan ko ha guys, ang advice ko, if it's like shabu and murdering, puta iwanan nyo na.
Aha.
Or sabihin nyo bawal yon na.
Mm.
Bawal yan ha.
Mm. Illegal yan, ha? Up.
Pero, ewan ko, my advice is, basta,
Bawal ba magpabawal? Bawal ba magandang ibang episode yan.
Oo nga, maganda yun.
Right.
So anyway, bawal ako mag-yossi nung time na yun, when I was smoking.
Mm.
I remember
Did you meet na nag-yossi ka na?
No. Tapos,
Interesting.
Oo nga, for the next episode na yun. Anyway, yun ang pinaka-advice ko na maybe try to understand lang kung meron kang gusto, 'di ba? May gusto mo mag-hangout kayo, gusto mo mag-lounge kayo. Um, that's not necessarily sexual. But you want your intimate time. Maybe it's reviewing what that time is and ano yung setup na yun. And talk to him.
Mhm.
Maybe talk to him na what do you wanna do ba? Because ito yung gusto ko. Maybe ask him kasi if this continues yung nagging, ganun, feeling ko ganun ang mangyayari.
Yeah, and maybe it could help if you could be more specific about what you're gonna do. Like, sundin kita, punta tayo sa ganyan, and then we're gonna do this. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Para it's clear din kasi if you're expecting na he's just gonna keep his whole schedule free nang wala naman kayong pinag-usapan talaga, all you said was sundin mo siya, maybe he thinks it's fine to go to his cousin's place kasi wala lang. So you guys could hang out. I mean, considering this, this probably was sent before the quarantine. But anyway, for me, ako nga, it's not a big deal. It's like the bare minimum, but it's actually a good thing that he wants you to come with him
Totoo.
to his cousin's place. Kasi, okay, when I was in college and I said I was crazy, I wasn't really crazy. But, syempre, it's easy for me now that I'm an adult and I'm always with Jim. So for me, if he wants to go out, like, I'm just like, okay, go, Jim, please, get out of here. Pero syempre, when you're in college or you're not living together and when you're, parang feeling mo like, I know that feeling bata pa kayo and you just always feel like there's not enough time of you guys like being together, looking into each other's eyes and like holding hands and syempre, diba, you want that time. But, yun nga, what happened with me was 100% my boyfriend then really liked hanging out with me.
Mm.
But I would get annoyed kasi pag Friday night, so 'di ba Monday to Friday ang school, 'di ba?
Mm.
So pag Friday night, I just expect na it's date night, And then laging boys night, parang boys night. Laging boys night. Tapos okay sa akin nung una, biglang nalaman ko na may ibang girlfriends doon. Di ako invited. So parang ako, tangina. That's what was making me crazy. Bakit di mo ako sinasama? When you obviously had fun with me when it's just us and then nag-iiba ka, yun nga, nag-yosi. I was that na pinagbawal ko siya mag-yosi.
I was in college and, I thought that was cute.
You can listen to more of this on the next episode called Bawal ba mang bawal? Bye!
Bawal lumabas. Oh, wait, na-answer ba natin yung
Yeah.
yung question niya?
Oh,
Ano?
tanungin niya yung guy.
Yeah, and
And
maybe the issue then is what's up with not wanting to hang out with his cousins.
Hindi.
Kasi ako, honestly, if I had been invited to those boys' nights things, I'd love to do that because I love winning them over.
yun yung masasabi ko na tama. And I think you can take this para you can talk to him with a lighter heart and more openness na yun nga, it's a big deal if the guy wants you to join guys night, you
Yeah.
know. It means he thinks that you're cool.
Yeah.
And remember when we started dating?
Pero paano
laging kasama natin si Manny.
Yeah. Paano kung pinapapunta niya sa bahay ng cousin niya tapos parang magtutukay lang sila? Tapos
Yun lang.
yun lang. That's annoying. Like what? But she did say that they would like eat, drink a bit, like hang out. Maybe you don't like his cousins. I don't know.
I think we answered it. Talk to him.
Yeah,
Talk to
just-
him, find out.
Always our answer. Just talk to him and yeah, just be honest and just let him know how you're feeling.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bye.
Bye.